I want to open up my discussion about some things that I've been seeing over the past few years that we have not been discussing and we have not been talking about, that we need to speak about. I think we should understand that it's not our children that has an issue. I think it's the adults that have a big issue. Our kids have so much aggression, man. They have so much anger built up. I gotta respect their minds because they're becoming free thinkers. But in becoming free thinkers, we don't have those to put them in the right direction. We're not pointing them in the right direction in which they can build from there. We're not supporting our children enough. We're allowing our children to be free thinkers, and the choices that they're making, we're not standing up in the pain as parents because we fear our kids. They got so much aggression and so much anger, we fear them. And the reason why we fear them, and they don't understand they're bullying us, but we fear them because of their aggression. I continue to say that. And my thing is, we're giving too much power to our judicial system. And we're not putting people in a position to correct our judicial system. We know during the 1980s, man, when the crack cocaine epidemic hit, that it was pledged in all black communities. We understand that part. We understand the part that when the military weaponry hit in the late 1980s and the year 1990s, that they legislated gun laws, the mandatory 3 years. No one said anything about that. So whenever you think about the laws that has been implemented and you think about the things that has been put into place and legislated into place, it is aimed directly at us. It's not a conspiracy. It's the truth. And those who work for these departments, those people who are in those departments, they're getting the wages from those departments, who feeding their family, moving out of the neighborhoods, putting their kids in private schools, who putting their kids around kids to be more fluently and more academic skills to where they don't have to be inside the communities. They're looking down upon our children. And we know they're looking down upon our children. And we're not doing nothing about it. We're talking about voting. We have to understand the 1970s area, 1980 area, and 1990 area. These areas that came around with the cocaine epidemic was to incarcerate and the embodiment of the black man. It was to take their minds, and we know this for a fact. No one tried to change the administration. No one tried to change legislation. No one sought to change the laws. Yeah, we're talking about it and we're fighting about it inside that department by protesting, but the protesting is not changing anything. So therefore, we can have a voice, but having a voice, we must begin to formulate a organization, a forum, some type of legal up under their banner in which they have structured, something that they have organized that would apply inside their system to where they cannot shut us down. Because once we begin to do that, we don't have to be a part of their system. We can have our own institution for our own kids. We can have our own judicial system to judge our own community. The Native Americans have it, why don't we have it? You know what I mean? So every community have their own type of system. We as a people in America don't have our own type of system. Even when you're thinking about the Constitution itself, it didn't abridge us. We wasn't a part of the Constitution. We wasn't part of the Bill of Rights, the preamble that they put together. We was not a part of that. Why? Because our people was in slavery. So therefore, they had no structure. They had no thought process. They didn't even speak that language. They didn't speak the English language. They didn't speak Latin to even participate in putting that piece of document together. So when you talk about the anger, man, you talk about the frustration. Yeah, we angry. Yeah, we frustrated. Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with what my race is doing right now. The only thing I'm angry about my race at this point in time, and where I see that, is that we're allowing the oppressor to be winning because we are oppressing ourselves because we don't know ourselves. They understand that we don't know ourselves, and that put us in a state of mind of being oppressed by ourselves, not them oppressing us. The only thing that we are doing now, we're holding ourselves back, and by us holding ourselves back, man, our kids are so angry, man, they think the court and judicial system is a game. So by it being a game, we've been confined all our life. We think, oh man, you living in the hood, you living in the ghetto, man, you confined. Bruh, I mean, where are we going? We're going to one neighborhood to another neighborhood. We're going from the east side to the north side, to the north side, to the south side, to the south side, back to the east side, back to the west side. We're going to one neighborhood, man. We are confined. I mean, we have no room to grow. We have no room to, you talking about 16, 17-year-old kids. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, they roam in the streets, but their freedom is limited because their minds are limited. Their money are limited. So therefore, the things that they are doing is limited, man. So therefore, they have no other way but to seek aggression, to get attention from that which they are doing. And they call it living that life. They're not really living that life, man. They're not really living that life because the life they're living is a life of oppression themselves. And that's where we at. Yeah, I'm angry. Yeah, like I said, I don't agree with the judicial system. It may have some right to it because of something like that. You gotta satisfy when your family members get hurt or get killed. You gotta satisfy whenever the drugs are out your neighborhood. At the same time, that's how they make their money. It's a business. It's a corporation. So therefore, the dilemma is going to put someone else right back in that same situation to sell the next drug, to have the next gun. We just witnessed it. We just seen it. This police officer, man, got on the stand and said, we've been watching these kids for 5 or 6 years, a turnover ratio. We watched the death. We watched the drugs being sold. No one's going to bring nobody on charges for it's not a conspiracy. No one is going to confront the police officers, their staff, the task force. But you could have saved a life, plenty lives. But you watched them harbor guns. You watched them collect guns and hide guns. And you got them on tape. That's the bad thing about it. But what you did, you went and implemented laws and legislation because you said we can't get them up under the RICO Act. So what they're gonna do, they're gonna join an entertainment record label, and then we're gonna get them up under that Act because now they mobbing together, they rapping lyrics, and these lyrics that they're rapping, they're using to send signs to kill each other. And once we get all of them together, we can incarcerate them. It's not called entrapment. It's not called entrapment, man. It's sad. We said, city councilman said, judges said, lawyers said, because they get together in privacy. Privacy to implement these laws, to legislate these laws. And those who work every day in their lives, getting up every morning, who in fear, they'll agree with those laws, not knowing it's part of a business, it's part of a system. And if you fall into that trap, you'll be going into a concentration camp.